Okay, before we get to the actual tutorial, in order to install the preset onto your FL project, you have to go to wherever the preset is. So in this case, it's right here, and just drag it to whichever mixing channel you want to use it on. And as you can see, we have it right here on number 2, but we already have it in the cut, so we're just going to use the number 1, and I'm going to run down the effects used. So the first thing we have is Auto-Tune Pro. I added the input type low male because that covers a larger range of frequencies that will be affected by the auto-tune. And as you can see over here, I added a retune speed of 10 and a humanize of 52. The retune speed is how fast the pitch will be corrected. So in this case with 10, very fast. Going farther like 190, it would take much longer. And then humanize essentially makes longer sustain notes a little more realistic, whereas if you cranked it to 0, it would be as robotic as it normally is with the retune speed. But we're going to put it at 52, nice little balance in between. Then we're going to add an EQ. I essentially removed all the sub bass over here by going to type, high pass, and then order steep 6. Then it was just a matter of adding some clarity by boosting the highs, boosting a bit the mids, because that's where the main human vocal range is at, like the fundamental frequency, and then dropping a bit the low mids because a lot of the muddiness accumulates over here. Even though it says limiter over here, I used it to add the compressor, so I added a threshold of -23 decibels, a ratio of 4.6 to 1, and then a bit of makeup gain, essentially 3 decibels more. This is one thing I definitely noticed with the kid LAROI. His vocals sound really compressed, and I feel like this gets the job done quite well without sounding too overbearing. Then I added Maximus, essentially just to use the stock de-esser split band plugin. I tweaked it around a little bit, but this essentially will remove the sort of noise, or at least lower it a little bit so it's not unbearable. Then it wouldn't be an FL tutorial without adding some sound organizer, some saturation. I just used the type A, or the mode A, sorry, and cranked it to about 1/4 of the way up, and this adds a nice clarity to the sound. And then finally, for the spatial effects, I added some reverb. The main things to keep in mind essentially is I added a bit of pre-delay, like a 27, as you can see over there, and then very little wet. This is just to sort of cushion the vocals, but not necessarily drown it out with reverb. So for me, 11% is perfect. And then finally, we have the delay. I added a time of basically a 2 to 0 ratio. I removed a bit of the feedback cutoff, so I kind of cut it at around 10 hertz, sorry, 10 kilohertz. And then I put the wet level to about 8.4%. I feel like this is enough. It adds a nice little layer to it without being too overbearing, similar to the reverb. And once you're done, you essentially get this.
You can get this preset, first link in the description, or the pinned comment as well.
So this has been the tutorial. Again, you can download this preset right now by clicking the first link in the description or the pinned comment. Thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing. It's been a while since I've done tutorials, but I think I'm gonna get back onto that grind. But yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.